Welcome to the round of Arkansas here in Stuttgart, Arkansas, here at the Supercell here in the Arkansas Supercell. We have a excellent race here planned for you. This track is it's a 1.3 mile track that feels like it's trying to be a lot bigger. The corners here are very difficult though, as the inside line is actually not preferred. You want to be kind of in the middle, which makes for some pretty crazy racing. Major news items is that the 21st team has finally been announced as, well, a team you may remember as Visalola. They are back. They will be starting the round of California, which will be at Willow Springs, which there's, of course, 2 California rounds. One being the American 700, and then there's the physical round of California. Apparently, Californians were having a tough time actually watching the American 700 because they couldn't get seats because so many international fans were coming into that race. So they get their own race. If the state can support it, go right ahead. But the round of Arkansas will be a very difficult race indeed. Very hard on tires, this track is, and we're going to see a pretty crazy race. The final news item is that the ARCSOA America has gone through some pretty big changes. Is that they finally brought their new car to this track. They were using old Action Terra cars from last season in the first 4 races, and now they have their Season 18 car ready to go. However, they did need some money to develop it, so Brian Boone has been relieved of his duties, and Casey Lester, one of the bright young stars of stock car racing today, will be on that team. They also have a nice new paint scheme, which we will see in a little bit once we get going. Anyway, let's go to the race. However, before we get going, Chris Washer and Chris Louvier, both the Chris's in the field, would have mechanical problems on the grid and wouldn't get very far, and actually wouldn't get to the start, as Allie Nelson and James Shelley will lead the field to the green here at Arkansas. We've been hit this track before, if you know ARCSOA history very well. This track saw races all the way back in Season 2, believe it or not. Anyway, they're going to come around these final corners here, and we're going to go to a green here. A lot of drivers still going for their first win. Allie Nelson is one of them. Of course, Leonardo da Silva won at Amaria last week, or 2 weeks ago. James Shelley, of course, was just barely cleared for this race. And anyway, here we go. The round of Arkansas is green here. Allie Nelson gets off to a good start. James Shelley beat her to the line, but it looks like Baskinger's already going to the inside. I would not want to be doing that right now, because like I said, that inside line is not a preferred line around this track. As you can see, he is backed way off. And it looks like actually James Shelley's going to try and get the lead on the outside line. Looks like Sanford's going way to the inside. That's risky here. You don't want to keep doing that. As you can see back there, there's rookie Casey Lester on debut in the brand new looking ARCSOA America, and it's a lot better paint scheme this year as they've got new sponsorship from Walmart. That car will be interesting to watch. Nice, beautiful looking car, if I do say so myself. Jessica Sheldon is back in the 94 in a very patriotic livery. Ford Mustang. They're not Ford Fusions like the car that they started the season off was. But it looks like we are seeing this race starting off pretty cleanly. James Shelley leads. Nathan McCain is back in the 9th this week. Of course, he was out injured. He wasn't cleared to race at Amaria. He is back here at Arkansas and is doing decently well. He's been quick in final practice. I don't think that Discover Ohio really likes these mid-range or these high-speed speedways as well as it did last season. But Fabrosis and them are solidly in the top 10. And whoa, looks like Lester's going a bit crazy down there in the ARCSOA America. Good to see that car up here. Casey Lester's way outperforming Brian Boone. Brian Boone was kind of an I can't even say that, driver in the paddock, and it's good to see somebody here that the fans are being able to rally around. The New York driver is relatively popular in pre-race introductions. Alex Allen's solidly into 6th position. The DNC cars haven't been overly strong, but they haven't been bad either, and they're right now looking okay here in Arkansas. This is kind of the track we expect them to excel quite easily on. Lamas, however, is fighting with him there. Looks like Davis is trying to make a move maybe on Angel. This is going to be a close one here. I'm not sure if this will be a smart move because, like I said, that inside line is not very promising. And look at the run Angel's going to get out of the corner. Just shows that the inside line here does absolutely nothing. And it's pretty easy to hold your position on this track because it is so difficult to pass on. Looking to the inside now is Leonardo da Silva and Alex Allen on Jordan Davis, and Baskinger's trying the outside line. This track, like I said, it's very difficult to pass on. Oh, 3 wide in the back. That's an aggressive move. Oh, Lamas got a little bit dove it in deep. That might be the way that you have to attack the inside line through 3 and 4 here, is through diving it in really deep. But in 1 and 2, you're pretty much hopeless. You've got to be able to clear by the time you get through the middle of the corner. If Lamas slides up, he might be able to get it. Yes, he does. But now he's going to be on the bottom of a 3-wide situation, or a 2-wide situation. I thought it was 3-wide, but it looks like Allen backed out of it. And will he be able to clear to Silva? Yes, he does. So Cody Lamas is one driver that I think is actually making the inside line work. Watch Lamas to be very strong into the closing stages of the race. Oh, it looks like Baskinger caught the wall. There, looks like also Angel's going for second on Allie Nelson. So, good to see the Porsches are being real championship threats here. They've been up the order the whole time. Whoa! Allie Nelson tried to chop off Angel there, and it ended up working, because Angel lost a lot of momentum. Alex Allen's going to make it, I think, 3 wide in the corner. However, Jordan Davis can't make the inside work, and Jordan Davis is actually going to swarm all over the pack of Allen. And, well, actually, Allen got the pull off the corner and Davis didn't. So, look at Lamas on the outside. Lamas has a pretty quick car. I'm surprised we're not seeing that car get through the... Lamas, gosh, his car looks really quick. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues his charge up the order quickly as the 2 Discover Ohios are alongside of Carl Sanford. Aggressive move by Lamas, or by McCain there. And he had to back off. He wasn't going to make that stick, no way. Fabrosis is in that other position there, and it looks like Sanford kind of pushed him down and backed up the field. Look at Galligan, Captain Aggression's going to make it 4 wide entering the corner. This is a crazy and aggressive move. I think Vernier saw that was happening and backed out of it because you don't want to do that too much here. Big shock. Actually, rather big surprise is that the Ranmo Carolinas are not doing well. Of course, Louvier, I think, fell out. Yes, Louvier fell out, but they haven't been fast all weekend. They really don't like this kind of strangely banked racetrack here in Arkansas. And, well, haven't been strong. I'm not sure where Saarinen's running. Saarinen's doing better. Of course, his teammate, I think, fell out as well. On the start. Both cars did not take the green, and both fell out because of mechanical problems before they even got going. Baskinger looked to the inside of Allie Nelson, however, that move's not going to work, and I think Jake knows it because that inside line just is not being cooperative. James Shelley, however, is getting that Cathnex engineering car to work pretty much anywhere, but this track, like I said, is very difficult to pass on, and, well, it's kind of an issue for some of these guys to try and get the lead and to pass, really. The mid-pack has actually been quite fun to watch, as Abrosis and McCain have been going at it for the last seemingly 10 laps. But we're seeing some of this racing, quite intense racing towards the midfield. It's calming down now. Well, I don't necessarily think this is what William Duncan, the team owner of Thunder, really wants to see. This is, of course, their home race, and they're down in 27th and 28th. Lexus also isn't having a great day with 31st and 32nd. Aussie Vineyards in the back. Both the Pure Michigans haven't been quick this weekend either. And then the typical rear-of-the-pack people with the 2 Menervinis and Anarzonis, who the Anarzonis is pretty much just a developmental program. And on the road courses, they actually seem quite quick, but here they seem rather lost. I think there will be a problem. Well, Visalola says they're up for points contention. I doubt that. But they'll be up for points contention next season. I doubt that. But, we'll see. I'm thinking these guys will have another person at the back of the field to worry about. But overall, it's been a pretty clean race. No one's wrecked yet. Only the 2 mechanical problems off the start have been the only casualties of the race. So, I don't know. This could be a very clean race so far. We expected the Mercedes to be further up the grid as well. They're in 18th and 20th. Something that you don't want to be messing with is those 2 Mercs. I was expecting them to be further up the grid too, because they weren't all that bad at Kansas. But, yeah, they're not doing very well here. Neither is Silver Fox. Silver Fox has never really come to grips with this track either. Silver Fox has always said, why don't they run some other track here in Arkansas that, he's, of course, a DuPont Cup Series driver. DuPont Cup Series runs another Arkansas track that ARCSOA didn't really want to approve, I don't think, as an official track. The infield road course track's quite nice, but the other Arkansas track just isn't, I think, high enough quality for elites. So they've chosen this track, and it's kind of been every once in a while you'll see this track on the schedule. You don't see it often, but whenever it's been here, it's put on a decent showing. A lot of interesting racing because of the way the track is. Whoa, that pack looks rather interesting looking. 4 wide is very aggressive here, and that's a very tight 4 wide as well. Looks like Vernier saw that and backed out of that pack, and, well, I don't blame him for that. Whoa, looks like we're having some fun and games there. Whoa! It looks like Galligan got shoved up the banking there. That's not what you want to do, but whatever. James Shelley and Allie Nelson will kick off the pit road cycle as we're starting to see some of these guys pit. Baskinger's taken the lead in this race. I think that's why we saw kind of the craziness coming off the corner 30 laps in, so we're expecting once every 30, 29 laps. Oh, looks like a few more cars are coming in. That's, whoa! Angel slid off the pit road there, and that's going to be I don't know if that's a penalty or not, but it looks like he lost some time. That's probably penalty enough. But, that could be a problem. But, anyway, we're still on track. Baskinger. Oh, Baskinger just blew up! Oh, bad luck. Baskinger strikes again. I was just going to say Baskinger had the lead, but he just blew up right in front of the pack. And they might actually bring out a caution for that because of oil, but it looks like Galligan is going to use the fact that he slipped wide and stay out. He's the only car that I think stayed out another lap. And this could pay dividends for him, but if there's oil on the track, maybe that's what he's banking on, is oil. Maybe bringing out the caution, but here comes Galligan down pit road. A little hot on pit road entrance, but he's able to keep it under control, unlike the Porsche of Angel. But yeah, Jake Baskinger would fall out of the race with a engine failure. So tough break for Jake Baskinger. Interesting. Fabrosis, I think, has caught Shelley, which is very interesting, and actually has leapfrogged Nelson. So there's James Shelley, 16th position. 17th right now is Fabrosis. Thenos is coming out of the pits. That's, of course, a lap down car. The interesting one's going to be Galligan. Whoa, it looks like Shelley slid there. Cold tires aren't really the best thing here. Not sure where the 44 is. 44 is coming out of the pits. Oh, yeah, not even close. There goes a few cars by now. But here comes Sean Galligan out of the pits. Actually, he gained quite a few spots, it looks like. He's going to be out with Sanford and De Silva, Saren, and that. No, he didn't gain too many spots, but smart pit strategy call. Oh, actually he did, because he's up in 7th now. So good job by Sean Galligan as James Shelley is retaking the lead from Charlie Fabrosis. The big loser on the strategy was Cody Lamas. He's down in 28th position. Very, very dreadfully slow pit stop by Lamas. They flubbed the pit stop, and they also were checking for some other stuff. Another big loser was definitely the Mercedes United of Michael Ammermuller. Both way down the order. McCain didn't have a good pit stop either. As we're starting to see, the field is starting to shake up a bit. Good run by Pure Michigan. Jumped a ton of spots in pit road. And Tyler Thaber, who's been vastly outperformed by his teammate all season, Allie Nelson, has, well, needs to pick up his pace as well. As we go up through the order, good jump by Silver Fox, great jump by Lester in the 11th position, the 04. And we're just kind of viewing what's going to happen as further up the order, we're seeing just the leaders are currently making use of the lap cars. So pretty much it's a big lead for the top 3, back to 4th position, which should be Sean Angel, whose teammate blew up. And Charles Sanford's back in 5th with Galligan in 6th, trying to set up Sanford. This is for position, obviously. Not going to get it done, though, on the inside. First on-track lead change coming up here as Charlie Fabrosis dives to the inside of James Shelley to take the lead. Here as first since the early stages of the race when Shelley passed Nelson. And Charlie Fabrosis passes for the lead. And good run by Charlie Fabrosis getting by there. Allie Nelson is drastically closing in as well on this group of cars. And so it will be a 3-car battle, we believe, out front. James Shelley, however, would be all over the back of Charlie Fabrosis this time as they're going to try and catch up to Collard in the 77 car. As Fabrosis is doing a nice job, there isn't a whole lot they can do as Nelson falls back a bit. Angel is solidly in 4th position, but it looks like Fabrosis is going to dive to the inside at the correct moment. And Shelley, I think, is going to be stuck trying to pass Collard in turn 1. Well, no, it gets him there, but if I'm Shelley, I wouldn't want to be down on that low side, which he isn't really, and can make his run off the corner cleanly. James Shelley is being challenged by Jake Baskinger here. They're coming back to the caution flag. There is some debris on the backstretch, and Charlie Fabrosis does lead that lap back to the line, and Sean Angel's second. I'm sorry if I said Baskinger, but that's Sean Angel. And Nelson's in 4th position, and a few cars got lapped there. I think Fabrosis did, in fact, lap the Zayden Davidson cars. They're all coming down pit road now. Pits are open, so this will be the second scheduled pit stop. If they can get 30 laps on a tank, this could be close, but on the end. But we'll have to see how cautions play out. But of course, they got the debris, and I think that was kind of a mercy caution too, because it was kind of off the racing line. They could have gotten away with it, but not exactly. I think they kind of wanted a caution, pack these guys back up, because at the start of the race we saw some pretty insane racing. Long pit stop for Matt Duncan. We're not exactly sure what happened to him, but tough break, I guess. Charlie Fabrosis leads on the restart here, and for once the lap cars actually I don't think will be too much of an issue. Sean Angel did pip Shelley for second, but since the lap cars are on the inside has a big disadvantage in turn 1. Oh, wow, Fabrosis got a big start there, but because of that, I'm thinking that they won't be too bad of an issue. Oh, Vernier's already trying it, though. That's an aggressive move there, as Lester's getting swarmed by one of the Mercedes at Shalrot. Oh boy, they're trying 4 wide on turn 4, I guess, or turn 3 and 4. And here we go. This is close racing now we're seeing, as the 77 gets to the high line somehow. I don't know how they did that necessarily right off the bat, but looking at this pack. Whoa, that's a very, very aggressive move by McCain up the middle. Shoving along Lester there, or one of the ARCSOA Americans, I think it was Lester, but this is crazy racing back here in this pack. As we're watching it, up towards the front though, it is stringing out a bit. They're black flagging someone, I'm not sure who, but Fabrosis leads. As we go back towards the pack now. Pretty close quarters racing here. Down the straightaways here. This is pretty nuts. Whoa, 17 of Perkley's. And a little bit screwy there, but clears the corner, and oh, some more close racing up here as well. That looks like Thaber's getting pushed by Sanford up the order with the lap car also in the way. Oh, Curtis hit the, Curtis got slowed up there in the middle of the corner as well. as we look further back. Oh, I think I saw some contact there with Omega and maybe Delise, or Ryusu, I'm sorry. However, they continue on. Joshua Collard has a major mechanical problem. He's on pit road now. We're not exactly sure what happened to him, but tough break for him as well. Charlie Fabrosis is being hounded by Sean Angel for the lead now. It's quite a few laps after the restart. And this is getting very intense between the two. Shelley's a little bit further back. Galligan's actually gained quite a few spots as well. Bernier has leapfrogged past his teammate on pit cycle. It looks like Galligan's trying to get by Faber, however, the inside line isn't, I'm sorry, that is Allie Nelson. However, the inside line isn't the best here. However, he keeps up with Nelson down through the corner, and now actually might have a bit of an advantage here. But, oh, Allie Nelson took it very aggressively into that corner and helped spot. On board with Nick Perkley, who's driving for the only team based out of Arkansas. Whoa, that's a little contact there between the 8 and the one of the Lexus cars. That's either Lewis or Collins up there. But we're seeing Perkley's. This is really the only pack that's left out of the group from the restart. We're just seeing how close this kind of racing is. And whoa, Perkley's caught the wall there, but we're just noticing this track is very difficult on these cars, and, well, we're seeing that. This track just is pretty hard on tires, and that's why they had to pit, really. They weren't close on fuel, but they had to pit that time. They're doing a lot of tire wear stuff. So, just very interesting watching kind of how drivers have to maneuver this race, because it is kind of a... we expected this race to be kind of a more tame race. Not a whole lot of attrition tends to happen at this track. Every once in a while you'll get something big happen. And when they wreck here, it's typically a big crash. But we're watching it right now. You're just seeing how easy and nice it's been. And we haven't seen anybody physically hit the wall yet. And outside of the little mechanical failure, I think we only have 3 cars out of the race. So we're on course to having a pretty tame race, which is, I think, what the ARCSOA Elite Series has needed for a while. Leonardo da Silva and James Silverfox are battling for position right now, and well, that's going to get us Silverfox, but Silverfox is trying to set up Serenade now for 8th. I don't know if that's going to work down there, Silverfox. James, yikes. It did, though. He made it work. Wow, he's one of the first. Those CBMs are really strange around this track. They actually seemingly like it. Lamas is just buried, I think, in the pack right now, or behind it for that matter. But we're seeing that it is possible to run the inside line to 1 and 2 and actually make it work, because he was trying Da Silva. He didn't get Serenade, but he's trying. I'll say that. Now we've got Showerrock's trying to go way to the inside now, as I think Nelson caught the wall there on Vernier, and now Shellrot's on Vernier, but not going to happen. Meanwhile, the 2 leaders are absolutely gone. Being Fabrosis and Angel, both drivers are having a fantastic showing here. We're actually coming down to the closing stages of this race. It's actually been a rather quick race. They tend to get us these races as close to 130 miles as they can. This one's a little bit over, I believe, 130 miles. But, very cool track, honestly, and nice racing out of it. Lap traffic's going to be a problem with Matt Duncan and Joshua Collard. Collard, of course, rejoined the race, but Matt Duncan, one of the only Arkansas native, I believe, in the field. I'm not exactly sure. But here comes Fabrosis up on Collard and Duncan. This is really, I think, going to be the only challenge these two are going to get, because I don't think Shelley's anywhere near. And actually, Galligan's catching Shelley at a rapid clip. But here comes Charlie Fabrosis on the inside of Collard now. Collard leaves the door wide open. This track is quite wide, so you can pretty much do what you want with it. And it looks like, actually, gosh, Angel's falling back a bit. Matt Duncan, however, might not be as easy as Collard. He looks like he's wanting to run the actual racing line. And if he takes the outside here, that might not be good for Charles Sanford. And it looks like he is going to take the outside line. And Sanford's going to have to... Well, he took a wider line, which is smart, but looks like he's trying to fight back, actually, and try and stay on the lead lap in case the caution were to come out. However, looking on the track right now, I don't think that's really a possibility. And Sanford actually... Or, not Sanford, but, Brosis actually did get held up there. But, Angel's looking like he's having a tough time, like he's struggling with his car. His car looks like it's really tight, or understeering right now. Understeering more tight, and he's having a lot of issues with it, it looks like. Pit stops will be a factor here coming up soon as we're starting to see some of these cars trying to stretch fuel mileage a bit, but it doesn't look like there's really going to be a whole lot of competition for these two, but unless there's another caution, but not exactly sure. We're waiting on pit stop cycle to start. It looks like somebody tried. Did somebody make a move? Whoa, that's an aggressive move by Jeffrey Finguy there on the inside of McCain. But not going to clear. The two squad Zonis will be the first to fight on pit road. So would Fabrosis, the leader. And what is Angel? Angel's staying out. It looked like Angel wanted to pit, but couldn't. The Fabrosis is the only one on pit road. Looks like Nelson in second, or back there is the next car to pit, and pretty much everyone behind that, is pitting. The ARCSOA, who are of course either a lap or two down, haven't been getting as good as fuel mileage as they could be. They're having some issues with that, but here comes Charlie Fabrosis, is on pit road. Sean Angel is now on pit road with the two Kathnex cars in second and third running order, and as we go further back, we're starting to see what's at stake for some of these drivers. Here comes Charlie Fabrosis out of the pits, and that's going to be a big gap, I think, as we're going to look to see where Angel is. It's going to be important for Fabrosis to get a couple of really quick laps in. Fabrosis is going to have a big lead. Big lead. By a mile, Charlie Fabrosis is going to lead this. Now, I'm looking at the end of this race. They're going to be close on gas, some of these guys. Actually, it wasn't as big of a lead as I thought, but he definitely gained. As we look a little bit further back, looks like Nelson's going to gain a few spots there. Shelley's going to lose a spot, and looks like the cars that have pitted earlier, kind of the opposite from Maria, are the ones that are getting the advantage here. Nathan McCain, however, got damage on pit road, it looks like. We'll have to see if we can find it, but he's back on pit road with some hood damage. It looks like he has hood damage. Maybe. I'll have to see what happened to him. So McCain is right there on pit road. He is going to be coming out of the pit lane. And it looks like, oh, Charles Sanford pulls out right in front of him. So somebody on Sanford's crew was not paying attention to what was coming. This is a very narrow pit road. But Sanford's crew chief should have really been on that, saying there is a car coming. They should have held him, actually. But I'm not exactly sure that was fair, but McCain's going to have to come down from pit road again and get some damage repaired. Charlie Fabrosis has a pretty big lead now. Oh, but there's a problem! He's got a big problem! It looks like a tire's going down, but he can't make it out of pit road because Thenos was there. So it looks like Angel's going to get the lead out of it, the Sebring winner. There's second Allie Nelson. But definite problems for Charlie Fabrosis. Way on the inside, staying way out of the way. So there is debris out there. However, I think Angel's got this locked up unless his car goes basking around it. Another thing, Sean Angel pitted a lap later. Looking at this race, it's going to come down to fuel mileage if it stays green the rest of the way. Sean Angel I think, should be able to make it. Some of these guys back here, the Kathnex should. I'm not sure about the Allie Nelson car. They're probably going to need a caution sometime in this race. However, of course, we're not sure if we're going to see that. I don't necessarily think we will the rest of the race. I think this is going to be probably one of the cleanest races in ARCSOA history, or in recent history for that matter. As Allie Nelson's going to be close, I guess. I believe Shalrot will as well. Whoa, Shalrot's diving way low. Saber, I believe, pitted a lap early as well, because Saber's worked his way up the order in the S3. More problems for Paul Athenos now. Looks like a tire going down, this time in turn 1. Like I said, this track is very difficult on tires, and we're seeing that as Athenos is going to be coasting down to pit road. And, wow, this is going to be interesting now, as we're starting to see these cars are starting to not being able to take these, this track. A lot of these teams used up all their allotted tires and are using scuffs now, which are, not good. Wild action now, 4 wide here coming up with Thenos, and, well, Shower back down. Whoa! I'm sorry, that's not Thenos, that was Omega. But Omega tried slamming the door there, and, well, not really going to work that time, but, oh, are they going to try it again, a really aggressive pass? I don't think so, but this is the closest pack on track right now, and I believe it's for P2. Galligan is in P2, so if something happens to Angel, that's going to be the battle for the lead. Final points bank spot is Tamara DeLeese with Charles Samper and Will Lewis on the inside, and Jeffrey Finguy on the outside looking in. Same with Perkleys, Vincent Allen, Zay Davison's lap down, Lamas, Shelton, Collins, and a few of these other guys. Both Aussie Vineyards are pretty hopeless right now. Both Discover Ohio's are in trouble, obviously. But one of the drivers I'm going to highlight is Casey Lester. Has looked relatively strong all race. The whole race has been outperforming his teammate, being Jessica Shelton. Casey Lester's doing an awesome job in that nicely colored ARCSOA America, if I do say so myself. That is one of the nicer looking cars on the field. Very patriotic, unlike the old edition of the car. A little bit further back, we are seeing Sanford and these guys battling, but Casey Lester's doing a fantastic job with this car. 15th on debut. Not too bad. Wait till that car gets on a flat-out oval. Those cars are going to fly. Going on 10 laps to go, and Sean Angel's in very heavy lap traffic now. However, he is handling it with grace. All he has to do really is save enough gas, and he's making it to the end. It actually looks like this pack is starting to catch him, but he's got to be really careful, though, getting through some of these lap cars. And well, the lap traffic is playing quite nicely with him. Like I said, they must have told something in the driver meeting that we didn't know about, because these guys have been cleaner than they've ever been. Battle for second, though, however, is a very heated one, with Sean Galligan leading virtually this entire pack. The only car that's not in it is the Thunder. He's a lap down. But we're looking at it, and that pack is looking rather strong, to be honest with you. Oh, something wrong with Leonardo da Silva. Da Silva's got a major problem. That is a major problem, and that's going to be a tough break for him. He looks like he has a mechanical issue, not tire going down or anything. Sean Angel's being told to save gas right now. I think pretty much everybody is. This is going to come down to a fuel mileage race, and, well, that's going to throw a wrench into this. If they don't save enough gas, they should be able to, but if they don't save enough gas, it's going to be quite a crazy little dash for fuel. Galligan pitted with him. The one I'm worried about is Nelson. Nelson came in early, as did Faber. And Shawrod. I think the Kathnex has played that with a more wise pit strategy. They, while the S3s took a more aggressive one. Sean Angel's on, I think, the best pit strategy right now, though, so I think Sean Angel is going to win probably the easiest race of his life, as he's getting help from the 9, pretty much, just tootling along there. And pretty much his only competition being Fabrosa's blew up. Or not blew up, but had a tire go down and screwed over his race. 2 to go now for Sean Angel. Pretty much a clear sailing victory now. I don't even think the Squadra Anazzonis are going to have to pit, but pretty much clear sailing the rest of the way, I think, for Sean Angel. Oh, actually, Jason Tyson's going to have to pit. Right now, they're thinking Angel can make it, and they're going to try it. Angel takes the white flag. Here we go. Did he save enough? He is slow, I'll say. He's very, very slow. Galligan's pretty much locked second up, if he can make it around. But Sean Angel into turn 3, the Canadian, going to make himself a serious championship contender out of the final corner now. He can coast his way in from now. Sean Angel's going to win the round of Arkansas in a, well, quite tame race. Galligan second, and Nelson third. Thaber got fourth, Sharot fifth, and as we go through the order, we'll show you the full finishing results.